I went through that, man. I went through that, and I ain't understand. And when it got to that point, man, I'll never forget. I was over in Fort Worth. You know, I was over in Fort Worth, Texas. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget. I had left some relatives' house and started walking. Cause I didn't understand what was going on. Cause I did everything right, and I always pray before I move. Like I said, I don't go anywhere with that God don't tell me to go. You know what I'm saying? I pray before I do everything. I wait for the confirmations. You know what I'm saying? And I got all three of my confirmations, and I went. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand why when I got here, what was happening. You know what I'm saying? I never forget I had walked from a relative house and went down the road, and it was like a little creek down running side down this business. You know, this is the business plaza. I was walking, I seen the little cross bridge from out my peripheral, and so I went over there to the creek. And I never forget, they had some concrete siding on it. I got down and I prayed like I normally would. And I was praying real hard. I was praying from the heart. I was asking God. I said, God, I did everything you asked me to do. You know, why is this happening to me? So I was asking God why it was happening to me because, you know, at that time, bro, I couldn't take no more. I couldn't take no more betrayal, man. I couldn't take no more lies, man. I couldn't take no more. I couldn't take it no more. My heart couldn't take it no more. But I realize now that my heart couldn't take no more because I was still loving people more than I loved myself. I was still loving people. I was loving people. I was loving people the way that they didn't love me. I was loving the people that didn't really like me. I was loving the people that hated me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I was sowing seeds and I didn't realize I was sowing seeds. And at the same time, man, I was reaping, what I had sown. But some of the things that was happening to me, I didn't understand it because I'm like, man, I don't recall doing this, you know what I'm saying? But then I realized that some seeds that you grow, it's gonna come with weeds. You know what I'm saying? And that weed gonna try to pull that seed down. So, gonna try to pull the plant down, the crop down anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it can kill it. You feel me? And I didn't understand this was all a part of the process, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not making these people sound bad. That's why I didn't use no names. If they come out and say something, that's on them. But like I said, during that time, man, it was a lot of lying going on. It was a lot of everything going on. So, man, my heart couldn't take it no more, man, because it's like I'm trying, and the people that I love, they don't see it, and it's like they working against it. And I realize everybody don't know God. Everybody ain't got the same connection with God. Everybody ain't on the same journey as you. Everybody experience with God is different. That's why we have individuality. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have individuation. It's like, nigga, everybody experience. So I started realizing I'm talking about God in the way and I'm passionate about it, and what I'm doing, it don't make sense because some people don't know God. Some people, God is their mind, and their mind has its own perspective. Its mind, they mind got their own beliefs and all this, that, and the third. Beliefs is what separate us. So they didn't believe like I believe. They didn't understand what I was doing because it was against their belief system. You know what I'm saying? It was against their belief system. They admired it, but they didn't. So you dealing with people that don't have the same belief system as you. So they reject everything. They hesitant to everything. They resist. You know what I'm saying? And there's a resistance. So I get it now. But at the time, man, I didn't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I was emotional, man. So uh Everything was just happening so fast, man. Everything was just going so. I was so confused because it was so many places I left and didn't get clarity. It was so many places I left and just instead of dealing with it, I tried to keep going, and that's what I'm getting to. Don't keep going because you don't want to you don't want it to be heavy. You want to be light, and I made myself heavy. Although I was still in peace, but I made myself heavy. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I was in peace. You know what I'm saying? I just had this. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it to you like that. I had reached a point of no return, and I didn't care. And it just got to the point where it got too heavy. I wanted to commit suicide during that time. You know what I'm saying? I was in depression. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can have chronic depression and you don't even know it's chronic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going through depression. Don't know it because I'm still optimistic. I'm still having faith. I'm still walking. But like I said, the body gonna let you know I'm sick. When you don't deal with depression, man, that can cause other chronic, illness. And I'm dealing with this. I'm battling with it. Didn't even know then I started feeling it. So I get sick. I didn't let nobody know around me because I'm saying, man, if y'all don't understand what I'm saying now, you ain't gonna understand then. And it wasn't meant for me to be where I was. I really feel like me going to Texas saved my life because, I knew somebody was trying to kill me. You know what I'm saying? And I knew I knew before I got homeless I wanted to get back, but the way everything was set up, it's like it was impossible for me to get back. And it was like, man, the only way out this shit is I'm gonna have to kill myself. You know what I'm saying? It had got that bad. And I even wrote a letter, you know what I'm saying? But I wrote a letter to my nieces, you know what I'm saying? Because I love them. And, I wrote that letter and I was crying and it made me realize what I was doing. So I snapped out of it, you know what I'm saying? And I had already remembered I had made posts and all this old, all of those stuff most people do. And I noticed that it hurt me again because I noticed none of the people that I was cool with, none of the people I thought, outside of family, none of them hit me up. Family didn't really hit me up. A few strangers hit me up, but they just wanted to be nosy. You know what I'm saying? A couple of people was really being genuine, but I noticed all the people that I love, all the little friends and all that, none of them hit me up, and I knew they had been watching, cause everybody was watching. You know what I'm saying? I had already peeped game. I knew they was watching, so it's like everybody was waiting on the nigga to self-destruct. You know what I'm saying? They was happy about that. One of the people that I thought that would actually occur, you know what I'm saying? I hit her up, and man, she was real cruel during that time, and that really hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I ain't give a fuck. From there, that the homelessness really started. You know what I'm saying? After that day there, it really started. That's when the hotel stand started, and you know, it's finally one day it was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? So nigga, it started from there. People from Facebook did send me money. I appreciate them. Of course outside of my circle. You know what I'm saying? They let me know I really didn't have a circle. Outside of family, some distant relatives. You know what I'm saying? Some close relatives. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna knock nobody. Uh, yeah, the hotel stand started. Then when the money ran out for the hotel, shit, the street life started in between. When I can get money to get a hotel, whole time I'm trying to get bus tickets, couldn't get now. It was during a time where it was a lot going on, and and the holidays was approaching. So it was a wreck getting out of there, and I had guns on me, so I couldn't really do what I wanted to do. I couldn't move like I wanted to do, but man, I did the street life. I slept on the park bench out in urban Texas. I knew then that was gonna be I knew then that's when it was getting real. And from there it got real. I did the train, the dart. I slept on the bus. I stepped at a bus. I slept on the bus stop. You know what I'm saying, man? It was a rough journey.